Oh, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on? So, what is going on in my kitchen today? Well, outside it is a hot one, guys, and I just came from the gym. Had a good workout. So, I got some. I think I went overboard though. I made some kale yesterday, and some collard green. No, yeah, kale, shards, and spinach. Yesterday with some pork necks, and it's been a while since I've had some greens. So my lady was like, "Oh my God, I want some more greens. I want some more greens," because it wasn't that much. So I went to the market today, and I bought. I think I went overboard though, guys. I'm always doing things overboard. But I bought some collard greens. I bought some kale, and I bought some mustard greens. I think mustard greens, or did I buy turnip greens? Yeah. So I got my big caldero going with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil on the bottom right now. Cutting up some onions to put in my greens. I'm also gonna make some pork yop, or pork lo mein. So I don't know. Some people call it yop. Some people call it lo mein, but I'm gonna make some pork lo mein. I seen a nice little recipe for it, so I'm gonna give it a try because last weekend, the weekend that just passed, we threw a little barbecue at my brother's, and it was my son's last day with us as he shipped off to the Marines. He enlisted in the Marines. I'm so proud of him. So it was our yearly family and friends get together, as well as a see you soon party for my son. I'm sorry I didn't post that video. If you are on my YouTube, if you're on my Instagram channel, you'll see we made some cowboy cut ribeyes. I made about 4 of them. I made 6 like 2-inch cut ribeye boneless steaks. Some jerk chicken using Aletha's jerk sauce. I had ordered it. A friend of mine's put me down on it, and I wind up ordering some online. As some of you guys know, I usually make my jerk sauce at home. I make it homemade, and I've been for years, but I'm willing to try things new things, you know what I mean? And a friend of mine's put me down on this jerk seasoning. He told me it was the truth. So I said, something, he don't got no reason to lie, you know what I mean, unless making a profit out of it. And even then, I've always known him to be a straightforward kind of guy. So I was like, something, send me the info. And I guess the owner of the company, Aletha, I guess that's her name, Aletha, sent me the information. And I wound up ordering 2 bottles of her jerk seasoning. And I wish I had it in the refrigerator with me, but I don't. I wind up using it at my brother's barbecue. And let me tell you, man, if y'all ever come across it, it's called Aletha's jerk seasoning. I'm sorry, Aletha's almost famous jerk sauce. Oh man, that thing is banging. Really good sauce. I'm sorry if I'm messing the name up. Matter of fact, something? Give me a second. Something? Y'all gonna walk with me real quick, because I'm gonna get this woman's business right, because I'm not gonna mess it up for her. You know what I mean? Come on, come with me, guys. Because I got a bottle in my room. So I got my greens, water running over my greens. I had washed it off real good, but I just got cold water running on it for right now until I get it ready. But check it out, yo. Let me see if I can get this. Come with me to my bedroom, because I got the sauce. Came in a package, and I was so excited to pull it out of the package. Yeah, it's Aletha's Almost Famous LLC. And oh man, I got this all wrapped up real tight. She wrapped it so good too, man. Oh man, she did such a great job. But hold on. Get out of my room here. Let's go back in the kitchen. Make sure I don't burn them onions. Can't unattend thing. I'm gonna use a knife to open this up, because she wrapped this thing up so good. But I want to show y'all this sauce. The sauce is banging, I mean, it was spicy, like I like it, because I ordered the spicy version of it. She has the mild version, and she has the spicy version. And I was like, yo, give me the spice, give me the spice. And let me tell you, it has a kick to it, guys. This sauce, y'all can get your hands on it, man. Right there. Alifa's Almost Famous Jerk. Banging sauce, guys. Banging sauce. I mean, this sauce right here, I've tried a lot of jerk seasonings. By far the best jerk seasoning I've had. It's a jerk marinade. It's good for dipping. You can eat it right out. You can drink it right out of the container. Darn near, it's so good. But if y'all ever get your hands on that, give it a shot. But anyway, guys, what I'm doing here in the kitchen, I'm sorry, not to take the attention away from Alifa, but you know this is my show. But I'm just going ahead and I'm sauteing these onions here, getting them all nice and happy. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna grab some garlic, a couple of cloves of garlic, and crush it up and cut them nice and fine here. And what I'm gonna wind up doing is I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna chop up my greens and stuff like that. You know, of course, I'm gonna add my seasonings to it. I'm gonna use beef broth in there. I'm gonna throw some turkey necks in there, of course. And then I'm also gonna make some pork yak. So I got right here. I got a pot of water boiling right now. We're getting ready to boil. It ain't boiling yet. It's getting ready to boil. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make my noodles all nice al dente. I'm gonna drain them. I'm gonna coat them with sesame oil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make the sauce. I'm sorry, not the seasoning. The sauce, which is with some soy sauce, some more garlic, some ginger, some scallions, salt and pepper to taste, some red pepper flakes, and what else? And I think that's about it. I gotta look at the recipe again. Again, some recipes I remember by heart, but this is a recipe I just seen, and I'm gonna give it a try. It looked really, really good. So hey, you know, that's what's dinner. That's dinner today. You know, it's been a while since I've been on the tube. I've been really busy at work, and you know, just prepping for my son to go away in the military. Also, I've been cooking so much. Like, I've been making like really big meals because I've been trying to meal prep a lot. Because again, if last time I was on here, me and my lady did a 20-pound weight loss challenge. Now I'm down 10 pounds. You know, 20 pounds really don't show on me too much, except on my face. Probably the last 10 pounds is going to show, because I'm going to wind up being down to 230. I'm down to 242 right now, 243, somewhere around there, give and take. But you know, we got 1 month to go on this challenge. Her birthday, August 16th, is when we do the final weigh-in, and you know, she's gonna give me my money. You know, because she ain't gonna win that challenge. She ain't gonna win. I'm not gonna let her win. Simple as that. It's just, you know, we love to eat, and you know, it's that's just inevitable. But my eating, even though sometimes it seems like it's overabundant, it's significant to my weight, to my height and weight at the moment. It's not a weight loss diet or nutrition plan, but it's not so much that it's going to cause me to gain so much weight, because again, I still drink my water. I still get my water in. I've been slacking on it for a little bit, but you know, it's okay. I'm still on board. You know, like I said, when I first initially lost a lot of weight, I did it so fast, you know, I did it because again, it was a challenge, and I was like, you know something, it's been a while, and you know, I just wanted to push myself and show people that, hey, I ain't nobody to mess with, you know. But I wound up scaring off the competition. The competition went off, but I continued it. I was single at the time too, so you know, it made it a lot easier for me. It's harder to lose weight when you're in a relationship, you know, because you're all lovey-dovey, you know, y'all going out to eat, y'all sitting down lounging, being bums all up in a bed, getting busy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's hard when you're in a relationship, you know, unless the relationship is focused on weight training all the time, but it's a challenge, but it's not impossible. Let's put it that way. But anyway, back to the cooking here. So I got my onions getting all nice and tender here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my beef broth to this. I'm gonna bring that to the boil. So my lady always moves my measuring cup, and she knows old man's knees aren't too good anymore, and she always decides I'm gonna put it in the bottom of the cabinet and make this dude bend over. And I'd be like, "Damn, lady, it's like help a brother out." So I'm gonna raise the temperature up here. I'm gonna add 4 cups of water because I got a lot of greens, guys. I wind up getting, I'm gonna show you, my sink is like overflowing with greens here. So I got my little 4 cups of water there. I'm gonna add my little beef bouillons here. Because cheapskate me didn't buy the already made bouillon, already beef broth in a can or in a container. So I got these little bouillon cubes, and it's 1 cube per 8 cups. Even though I know I have 4 cups here, I'm only gonna do like 3 because I don't want it too salty, because my lady complains that I over season my greens, and I admit I do. I kind of do over season my greens. I don't like bland tasting greens. Greens, I don't know about you guys, but plain greens do not taste good. Okay, I'm saying that right off the bat. If your greens ain't seasoned, and if you just using your necks as your seasoning, you don't know how to make greens. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. If you talking about cutting back sodium and whatever you want to call it, plain greens are nasty. I'm saying it. Yes, I am. Okay. I don't care what y'all say. It's not up for debate. It's not up for argument. You eating greens with no seasoning, with just a seasoning of the turkey necks or, the little bit of onions, that's some nasty greens, okay? I don't eat nasty foods, okay? Dieting to me is not about eating bland tasting nasty food. I like some seasoning. And sometimes, yes, I do overdo it. I admit it. I do overdo it. I kind of, my hand slips a little bit with the salt, okay, especially when it comes to the greens. It do slip a little bit, but it's all good though. It's all good. My greens still be good. You don't want so much salt, add more water to it. How about that? Rinse them off. Rinse off the greens. And who am I directing that to? I'm directing that to my lady, okay? Because my lady be like, "Oh, your greens are salty. Be careful, I don't want it so salty. I don't want this." Baby, I love you to death. I really do. Okay? But I'm the one cooking here, baby. I'm in the kitchen and you eating good. Okay, baby? So you're going to go ahead and you're going to eat these salty greens with me. You don't want them salty? Add it to some rice. You don't want it salty? Add a little bit more water to it. You know what I mean? That's what you don't want? That's okay. That's fine with me. All right, so anyway, back to this. What I'm doing here is I just cut up some ginger, and yes, I did not take the skin off my ginger. I seen a chef do it before, and ever since that, I stopped grating or taking the skin off of my ginger root. I just started eating the whole thing. Because honestly, when you eat ginger, unless you're eating pickled ginger, you're either grating it or you're chopping it really, really fine. You really don't even taste the skin, guys, because it renders down to nothing pretty much when you're cooking it and it's in your dishes. It gives it a nice strong flavor. Fresh ginger is the truth, just like fresh garlic is the truth. So I'm chopping this up really, really fine here. I still want some nice big chunks, but I don't want it so big that, I'm eating a big piece of ginger and I'm going to choke on it. You know what I mean? Because it still is a root. Okay, so At the end of the day, it does get soft, but it's still got that rooty taste to it. You know what I mean? Rooty tooty, fresh and fruity, something like that. All right, so I got that going on there. My water is coming up to a boil. So what I'm gonna do is, what I need to do is have my cutting board next to the sink so that I can chop up my greens and just toss them in as I'm doing it. But I wind up chopping up the ingredients to my yak on here, which is okay because I'm just gonna go ahead and push this over to the side and take my cutting board over there real quick. Okay, I'm gonna put my spoon right here. I'm gonna transfer my cutting board over here real quick. Move stuff around a little bit here on my countertop. You know, so I play around with one of my co-workers about the lottery all the time, and he's always telling me that if I ever hit the Mega Million or anything like that, or if I ever hit the lottery real big, he knows that I'm gonna get this humongous kitchen, you know. And I always tell him that I don't want a super uber big house, you know what I mean? It's like if I hit for like 100 million, you know, I don't want a $50 million house or a $20 million house. I'm okay with a $10 million house, you know what I mean? I'm okay with 10% of my earnings. Now, I'm not, you know, usually I take the whole stem, but I'm gonna, you know, I was cutting it down, but I'm not gonna eat that stem part. That stem part, that's too much stem. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop these greens down to nice little bite-sized pieces here. Okay, and I do like my greens a little bit longer. I don't like it super, super small. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that, throw it through my boiling water here. Okay, I'm gonna keep up chopping some greens here, nice and clean. And I'm gonna leave the stem part off. And I used to, again, you know, when I first got with my lady, you know, we used to take the leaf off the stem and leave the hard part out of it. I don't do that no more either. You know, we eat the whole stem and everything now. You know what I mean? I don't got time for all that taking off the stem and stuff like that. I mean, we can, but what's the point? You know, we eat less fibrous. You know, it's all about fiber for me now. You know what I mean? As you get older, you need that fiber. Need that fiber. So again, cut them up. Throw them on there real good. Now I do add a little bit of apple cider vinegar to my water. Actually, you know something? Yeah, y'all can say it, guys. Y'all can say it. I missed a step. Yeah, that's what happens when you talk and you don't pay attention to what you're doing. I forgot to add my turkey necks to my boiling water to give it that nice flavor. And I throw the whole big turkey neck in there, guys. I throw the whole thing in there. And that's fine. You know something? It's what it is. That's okay. That's okay. We're still in the early stages of cooking. We're still in the early phases, so I'm good. I'm going to let that do its thing right there. I'm probably going to have to add more water to that too because, quite honestly, I didn't show you guys, but this is a lot of greens, guys. You'll see when I start chopping away. This is a whole lot of greens, and I still got a whole packet of turkey necks to throw in there, and that's fine. I'm just gonna let that do its thing because I'm gonna leave it in there for a while. You know what I mean? I usually let my greens go for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours actually, because I like them to melt in my mouth. Man. I like my greens to disintegrate when I eat them. So yeah, I kind of skipped a step there. I'm kind of upset about that. But it's all good. Like I said, this is real cooking, guys. I said that when I opened up this YouTube channel, is that I'm going to do some real cooking. You know, sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I don't. You know. And again, I want my greens Bring it down. So I got my collard greens there. I'm gonna fish in here for some kale. I got some kale in here too. Yeah. Big old bunch of kale right there. Nice big old bunch of kale. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut that up real good. Throw this kale up in here. Yep. And that's going to wind up boiling down, and then I just keep adding as it boils down. And that's fine. That's all good and dandy right there. There's the kale. Yeah. Put that kale in there. You know what I mean? Kale got so many health benefits there. Good in salad, it's good raw, it's good in shakes. Kale just has so many positive health benefits, man. So, get your kale in, guys. Get it in. Too much of anything is bad. So, I know there's been some studies where they say that overconsumption of kale is bad for the blood. Again, we're talking in large quantities, guys. We're not talking, we're not talking a bag of kale. We're talking about kale by the boatloads. Now, I'm making a mess on the floor here. So my water's boiling over here. I'm gonna add my egg noodles and get that going. So like I said, guys, I'm gonna add the pork from the barbecue that I had. We had smoked a pork shoulder, and I wound up taking a whole pork shoulder home. Leaf fell on the floor here. So let me see. I also got some mustard greens down here. Here you go. Some turnip greens. I keep calling them mustard greens. Got some turnip greens here too. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the pot too and get that going. You know what I mean? Cut that up nice and fine. Nice chunks there. Watch the fingers. Watch the fingers. We don't want greens and blood. We don't want no iron in our greens because it's already packed with irons. You know what I mean? Leafy greens, high iron contents. Well, because the stems are so small on this, we adding stems and all of that bad boy. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my mustard greens in. My turnip greens. Turn it up. My turnip greens. Okay. Let me rinse my hands off again. I'm gonna open up my other pack of turkey necks. Throw that right on top. There you go. And like I said, guys, I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this because honestly, I think I have so many greens in here, but not enough water. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. I'm gonna cover it up for a second. Let that go for a second. Let the steam render that down a little bit. And then go from there. Stirring up my noodles here. I don't want to overcook my noodles because I'm gonna do it like a stir fry. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Okay. Right. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the rest of these greens here. Let me show you how many more greens I got, man. It's like, yeah, see that? The whole sink full. I think I overdid it. I'm always overdoing something. You know what I mean? But it's all good. It's all good. It's gonna all go in that pot. Believe me, that Puerto Rican pot is gonna hold all this. Even if I gotta like put a weight on the top of it to hold the lid down, it's gonna go in there. Oh, it's gonna go in there. Trust and believe it's gonna go in there. So again, cutting up my collard greens. I got some kale in there. I got some turnip greens. Turnip, right? Not turn up, turnip greens. Okay, we call it turn up greens, okay? in the hood. Okay? We call it what we want to call it. Turn up greens. So back in the sink it goes. Throw this right back in the sink because I need some space here. I need some space. I need some space greens. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these greens and roll them up because yeah, I'm just doing a quick botched up job here. And again, I'm just showing y'all how I prep. Again, and I don't like, usually I don't like boring you guys with the prep work because again, I botch up. I botch up with the prep work. And I'll be dropping shit on the floor and excuse the language, but you know, things happen. You know what I mean? I fight with my cats because you know they all over the place. You know, but you know, I make a mess in the kitchen. So it's like I try to have everything already prepped up for you guys so that you guys can just see what it's gonna look like after it's done. Because it don't matter. It don't matter what you do as long as you get there. You know what I mean? It's like the prep work is usually the most exhausting part of it. But to me, it's the most fun. I mean, I enjoy prep work. You know what I mean? Because it's like I get to see my food prior, before, and after I make it. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, I made this dish out of this. It's like, come on. It's like I see the recipes come together and I'm like, all right, okay, I see this. You know, at first you'd be like, you know, it don't look like it's going to be much. You know, I'm watching my noodles over there because I'm over here yippee-yapping, cutting away, you know, not paying attention. You know, I can overcook the noodles, which I don't want to. You know, I don't have a wok. The recipe called for a wok, of course. Because I am making some lo mein. I'm making some yak. You know, so, you know, you want to have a wok. I don't have a wok. You know, I have a frying pan. You know what I mean? But that's alright, because I'm going to still stir fry the things that I need to stir fry. I'm still going to do my thing. You know what I mean? I'm still going to stir fry what I need to stir fry. Let me just, you know something? I'm sitting there talking. Let me make sure I'm going to turn this heat down. And make sure that these noodles are cooked because they're egg noodles. Egg noodles cook pretty quick. And to me, I think it's almost there. I think it's almost there. Almost there. So, yeah. So I'm going to drain that. I'm going to try and get all these greens cut first before I drain that. Because I got to drain it in the second sink here. Because I still got greens all up in the sink. You know, cutting up the rest of these turnip greens. The rest of this kale. Oh man, you know, so I'm all hyped up, guys, because I got these knives nice and sharp, man. I haven't got them razor sharp yet. I haven't gotten to that level yet because I'm still getting used to the sharpening stones. But man, let me tell you something with the sharpness of these knives now, boy. It's like you got to be scared for a finger or two because these bad boys will slice right through them now. Before, I couldn't cut through butter. You know what I mean? Now, man, I feel like a whole real chef, guys. A whole real chef. And you know something? All I am is a backyard cook. You know what I mean? I'm a backyard cook. I'm an alley cat cook. You know, I just find recipes and try them. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're going to turn out like. I don't know if they're going to be good, bad, you know. I don't know none of that. Take the excess stem off here. Go ahead. Yeah, this knife is, whew, you know. I just got to be conscious where my fingers are at. Because, yeah, one swipe, yeah, we cutting. We cutting. It's going to be blood. It's going to be blood. It's going to be some extra iron up in the greens or in the meat or whatever I'm cooking. It's going to be some extras up in there. We don't need that. We don't need no extra. I think I got all of it cut. Nope. I got all of it cut yet. Nope. Lies I tell. Lies I tell. That's okay. That's okay. We fishing through this. I think it's a lot more kale than I thought was in here. Okay, there's a little collard green right there. And we're going to go ahead and bushel this up. Get that stem out the way. You know something, guys? I also, you know something? Smoking that, when my brother smoked that pork shoulder and we finished it off there. Oh man, I just got the urge to smoke some meats. So I don't have a smoker, but I seen how you can turn your charcoal grill into a smoker, and I'm gonna try and smoke some ribs. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. That I'm actually not that weekend either, because that's my party weekend. Oh yeah, that's my party weekend. I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm heading to a friend's house. I gotta make some beef short ribs for his party, and some rice and beans. So you guys have seen me do the beef short ribs before on Instagram. I think I did it here on YouTube as well. I'm gonna be redoing that for his party. So I'm gonna buy a couple slabs of beef short ribs, and I'm gonna hook it up for the party. You know, braised beef short ribs, you know, with wine, of course, you know, in the oven. You know what I mean? Make it for the party and hang out with the fellas from work. You know what I mean? Have a good time. I'm also gonna make a couple drinks. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make yet. I do like this drink that I usually make for parties called the Frenchie. It's a really nice drink, nice and colorful. Packs a punch. You know, I probably make that. And it's simple. It's an easy drink to make. You know, so I might go ahead and make that. I had made for my brother's barbecue. I had made the Henny Colada, some Pina Colada, and the Frenchie, and people loved it. It was really, really good. You know, the Henny Colada was really, really, really strong. It was strong, but you couldn't taste the Henny because the coconut cream and the pineapple just masked the Hennessy. So you couldn't tell what was in there, but yeah, it was so hot outside. People were drinking that, you know, getting all nice, and they were getting nice. They were getting nice. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not responsible for you guys getting drunk off my drinks. My drinks ain't no joke. I don't play around with my drinks. You know what I mean? And for you guys that don't know, yes, I am a mixologist as well. So I do the little sippy sips. Yes, I do. I do the sippy sips. As a matter of fact, I might have me a sippy sip right now. You know what I mean? I got some brandy under the sink here. I have some whiskey. I just might peel me an orange there and have me a brandy old fashioned, even though I don't have no bitters. But that's okay. I can make it without it. Okay, so I got my greens all cut up. So that's all nice and cut. Let me take these noodles off the stove now, because that's it. It's over. That's it for that. I'm going to go ahead and get the residue off my hands here. Okay, so these noodles are done. Oh yeah, they passed done. They done. You know, I can throw this up at the ceiling and they'll stick. Al dente. They al dente. All right. Alright guys, so I think this is about as far as I'm going to go with the video with you guys. Again, I don't want to bore you guys with super long videos. You know what I mean? This video is already into the 30-minute mark. You know, it's like I just don't want to bore you guys. I really don't. You know, even though I try to make it funny and comical, and I try to talk to you guys and continue to speak and let you know what I'm doing next. You know, I try, guys. It's, like I said, I'm not a professional. I got all kinds of smoke coming on in here. Trying not to spill too many of these noodles into the sink, because I'm straining this the ghetto way with a spoon at the end and trying to hold the noodles back from sliding, and get as much water as I can out of here rather than using a strainer, because I just feel, and I don't feel like making so many dishes. You know what I mean? It's like I already make enough dishes when I cook. It's like, and you know, it's like too many dishes. Yeah, that's not my style. So, all right. So I got the noodles all nice and drained here. I'm gonna add to this. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of sesame oil. A couple tablespoons of sesame oil, Japanese sesame oil. So I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons. Actually, I think it calls for 3 tablespoons. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm gonna toss this out. I'm gonna toss this to coat it really, really good. And that sesame oil gives it a nice little peanut smell to it, man. Ooh. All right, so that's coated real nicely. Gives it a nice smell to it. All right, so that's all well and done. That's still nice and toasted there. So I'm gonna put this over to the side here. All right, and then I'm gonna pull out my frying pan here. Pull out my frying pan and turn my greens over to the side here. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Turn the front on here. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to this. And to that, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm gonna let that heat up real nicely. I'm gonna chop up another onion here. Grab a small onion. Chop up a small onion here. Let me see how my greens are looking here. All right, that's rendering down pretty good. I'm gonna wind up turning that a little bit. And then adding some more greens to it so it can continue cooking down. So, a little waste here. Okay, my onion. I have another little onion. Okay. Slice that onion in half. And then go ahead and slice that onion really good there. Do the whole onion there. Alright. Okay. Gonna add that onion right there. Get that nice and sizzle. Okay. So I'm gonna add the onions. I'm gonna cook this onions up till they're nice and soft. Same thing again as I did with the greens. Cook these onions up till they're nice and soft. And to this, I'm gonna add some mushrooms. I'm gonna add some green onions, the ginger, and the garlic. And I'm gonna cook that up real good. So guys, I'm gonna cut this video off right now, and then I'm gonna restart a new video showing you how I do the yak here. Alright guys, because this video is already too long. Alright guys, as always, stay true to yourselves. Keep it 100, and I love you guys. Peace.